and egg yolk. Then we have our vinegar. This one is done. Try to get the oil off. Put it in paper towel. Hello, I'm Reza, former scientist in area of the nutrition and skeletal research for around 17 years, and last 7 years I've worked in pharmaceutical industry. Today I want to share with you a recipe which I learned from my wife. She has a European background and she learned this recipe from her mother, and it's basically Crostoli or Hrusty. And this recipe or pastry is made by a lot of European country in the especially Balkan region, and it's quite nutritious. However, it's high dense, and we are in the Christmas New Year and we have a lot of sweet things around, and usually any festive season or celebration we consume some sweet. It's best idea to consume the best quality, and in moderation always is a good thing. But I thought you may find this recipe interesting. But before we get started to how to prepare that pastry, I want to just quickly ask you, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. By doing that, you may get some practical tips which you can apply to your day-to-day life or busy lifestyle which you have, just like myself, and which can improve your health, happiness, and you can do more and live longer. Without any delay, let's get started. To making Hrusty, which the Polish call it, or Crostoli, which Italian call, ingredient we need is 400 grams of the plain flour, 2 tablespoons of the baking powder, and 3 generous of the tablespoon of the natural yogurt, and you add the same amount of the sour cream. Then we have 1 whole eggs, and then 5 eggs which only we using the yolk. And then we have 2 tablespoons of the vinegar to add a bit of taste. Usually we add some vanilla paste, or you can add lemon zest. And also we need to, they're gonna be fried in vegetable oil. And in the end, we just add a bit icing sugar just in the top to make it a bit more sweet and look better. Let's see how we're gonna put it together now. Add 1 egg and 1 yolk. The way we're gonna do it, just crack the eggs and gently get rid of the white. We're gonna use that white for other things, don't chuck it out. And they add the yolk egg like this, and you keep doing that process. Okay, now I have a sieve which is sitting in the big bowl. I'm gonna add the flour here, and then I'm going to add the baking powder in top. And by doing this, kind of the mixing baking powder and flour nicely together, and also our flour become nice and evenly mixed. Just try to get rid of those ones. Alright, good enough. And become a pile. Now I'm going to make a kind of just like volcanic. Let's make the hole in the middle. And now I'm going to add our eggs here, and egg yolk. Then we have our vinegar. And finally, our 50% of sour cream and normal yogurt. And I'm gonna use roughly a bit of around teaspoon of the vanilla paste. So I'm gonna use it here. I think it's enough. And then I'll mix them. Alright, I keep mixing it. The idea is it's become a workable dough. If it's become a bit too hard or too dry, you can add a bit more sour cream to make it workable, basically. So far not too bad, but still we have some flour here. And I'm just gonna see how we go with the workable. If that feels okay, I'm gonna add some flour in the surface, not too much, because I'm gonna put that dough here and start to basically keep mixing it to all of those ingredients thoroughly mix and combine and become nice and smooth and consistent. So I'm gonna basically drop it here. We don't want a lot of flour. That's good. And start to basically okay, our dough is now has good consistency. It's a bit like pizza dough feeling. It's mixed quite well. At that point, I'm just gonna halve the dough. I made it to a bowl and I'll make it half because I don't want the dough get dry. Therefore, I'll put 1/2 in a plastic bag and add a bit of flour here and make this one again in the bowl. This rolling board, actually my father-in-law made this one and it's heavily used in our household, and I started basically rolling this one slowly. Alright, now the dough is quite thin. If you have thinner, as I said, 2 to 1 mil. If you can get it very thin, it's good. It becomes crispy, it's cooked faster, and when you consume it, actually you have less basically energy as well, which is another benefit. Therefore, what I'm going to use this gadget to cut roughly about 2 centimeters. I was going to trim this area using this. And just don't waste this one, we're going to use it again. Therefore, I got around 2 centimeters just cut, and then create incision in the middle. Open this and turn this one like that. And that's the shape we need, and we put it aside and we keep doing it. The length of this around 15 centimeters, therefore you can just cut through this way and just cut it like that. This is vegetable oil. I want it around 190, and now it's a bit hotter. That's fine. I'm going to reduce a bit of the flame here. Therefore, I'm going to start putting them inside. I'm going to put a couple at the time. Here's the first one. I'll put the second one. And just 2 more. As you can see, also not nice twisted, therefore it looks good. And we wait to become golden brown. I'll just sometimes I rotate them to both sides become even. Just that color. And we keep rotating. Rotate that one. It's almost done. This one. You have to keep watching how quickly this one is done. Try to get the oil off. Put it in paper towel. This one is done as well. That's gonna look good. That side a bit more. And that's gonna look good. And we do the same thing with others. Another 4 goes in. As you can see, from that amount of dough, we have plenty of Hrusty, and that final touch is we have some icing sugar, which is in that sieve, and I kind of slowly just spread on them like this. Try to get it over. Yeah. Yeah, this is around New Year, Christmas. Therefore, usually this is relatively lighter than a lot of other sweeter stuff. You can have 1 or 2 after your meal and basically enjoy that festive season with your family and friend. I just want to thank you all for giving your time and watching this video, and hopefully that motivates you to make that Crostoli and share it with your family and friend. And if you want to reduce the risk of the insulin spike, have it please after your meal as a dessert, and keep it in moderation. Just again, in the end, I want to just encourage you to eat healthy, be active, and be curious. Bye for now.